Welcome back, YouTube. Here we are with this thing again. Those of you that follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I post most of my stuff there. Uh, just long story short, we just finished swapping this motor 2 days ago, and I finally got to button everything up. The turbo itself is already in there, the manifold's in, the exhaust already back in. All we need to do is just obviously install the intakes. This is what we're here for today. And I got to run a few vacuum lines and, you know, your regular fluids, everything, body and stuff. And she's ready to be back on the road. So anyways, let's get right to it, guys. As you can see, I did paint match my intake piping to my engine cover. They turn out pretty good, pretty decent. So let's put the MAF sensors back in and get ready to put these babies back on. All right, here we go. All right, there it is. Holy shit, that looks awesome. Let me get a closer look for you guys. I think that's a better view, right? That looks tits. That looks fucking tits. I don't think I overdid it. I think that actually looks just perfect. The reservoir and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna leave it alone and just leave it black. That way it's not too much. It's obviously gonna go like this, something like that. I was gonna go ahead and put titanium clamps on this, but I don't think it's gonna go well with it. So we just decided not to do that and just keep the regular clamps on. So there's that. We're gonna do that. Basically what we're doing right now, we're just mocking this up right now. We're not doing anything crazy. See, now this I gotta figure out, but they look exactly the same. So we should be all right using either way. There we go. So yeah, guys, we're working on this very slow. We're trying to make sure everything's A1. That way we don't have any issues, especially hard to reach areas that we might fuck up on and we didn't tighten right and stuff like that. So we're checking on just about every single corner on this car to make sure everything's A1. So now that we have the intakes pre-fitted now, what I'll be doing is putting all the clamps back on, and we're basically ready to go, man. I don't think I'll turn the car on today or the next day. I still gotta wait for the. I'm still deciding. This car came with no oil cooler, so I'm gonna order an oil cooler, like a 30 row or something like that. Um, just because I run the same thing on the other one, and it definitely helps with temps. So, yeah, my boy was running no oil cooler on a boosted car. That's wild, but I don't know. So I'm gonna be adding one. I'll be getting the sandwich plate, and yeah, like I said, I won't be turning the car on until I get that sorted and ordered. But as far as everything else, guys, it's ready to go. This thing's about to rip. The only delay is I still gotta paint the hood. I gotta paint the fenders, and I gotta paint the bumper as well, and the door. I almost forgot about the door because I did scratch it when I was moving the engine. Yeah, but so we got definitely like 2 weeks to go, I would say. Today I do plan on, like I said, finishing this area, and then I'll probably primer the bumper today. That way it's ready to go for maybe tomorrow. It's a really dusty, windy day here in Arizona. I don't know what's going on today, but I prefer not to paint on these conditions. I know it's gonna come out like crap, so we can prep though. So we're gonna prep. We might sand down the fenders. We might sand the hood down and get it prepped up for another day that's not windy and dusty out. I'm obviously not gonna paint it outside, but every time I open my booth door, there's always wind and stuff going in, and that little opening, it can cause any dust and debris in my panel, and I hate to do that. So, so yeah, guys, and man, I'm a little bummed out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bummed out because this car decided to take a shit. You guys are following me on TikTok and Instagram. I post my updates there. So yeah, we ended up doing a turbo swap. We put the turbo from this car to this car because it was slightly bigger. And since I'm shooting for more power on the green car, then it only made sense. So we currently have the old one on this one. It's still orange down there, but who cares? Nobody's gonna see that. I did plan on painting it, but uh, it's down there. Like I said, it's not a turbo that's showing. So, but yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, guys, the motor actually locked up. I'm not 100% exactly what happened, but it sounds from the video that something bent and it started kind of. It probably it created contact somewhere and the car shut off on its own. So I know it's probably done for. Um, right now, I have pretty low funds. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and I did plan on just getting like a low mile HR from like eBay or something, but they're asking an arm and a leg, like 2 Gs and shit. So worst case, the motor that we took out of this car, we'll just open that up, refreshen it all up again, just make sure everything's good on it, and maybe I'll just throw it on this car. I mean, like I said, I did the same thing. The motor that was in there lasted me about almost 4 years, and it actually, long story short, it's funny. This motor, I bought it from a previous boosted 350Z as well, and he was making like 500, 550, and he beat the fuck out of it. So I don't know, man. It could be 5 years of beating on boost. I think that's pretty good. So, like I said, we put that motor together about 4 years ago. When he sold it to me, I opened the whole motor apart again, and I put new, head gasket, juke bolts, and you name it, just the regular maintenance stuff. But yeah, it lasted me 4 years on my end, and like I said, it was good. It dyed at a 640 wheel. It's decent power for a stock block. Um, obviously, yeah, I do sometimes want more power and stuff like that, but I am very impatient, man. If you guys know me, I'm impatient, and I'm not gonna wait to build a motor for 4 months. If I have a stock block in here and the car runs and then runs in the winter time, I'm all for it. Like I'll set it aside where I can build a motor on the side, and while that gets done, whenever however long it takes, it takes. But as long as my car's running, like I'd hate to go into winter time again and this thing's down. Like this is the baby right here. I love the fucking NISMO. I love this car too, but that right here, that's my baby right here. You guys know that. So, but yeah, a little bummed out on that, but it's nothing I can't fix. Like I said, I felt the car a little sluggish and weird. The last car event, the race event that we did, and it felt sluggish and it wasn't normal. So I knew something was up. And like I said, she eventually gave up, which is okay. So we might just throw the motor that we took out of this car and throw it in this car maybe next month or so. I will start taking this thing apart next week. Like I said, very slow because I like to take my time with stuff like that. I took my sweet time with this one and I made sure everything's good lined up, torque right to specs and everything. So I'll be doing the same exact thing to that baby right there. I officially got a bunch of tools now. So I got to organize in this garage. I wanted to finish and put all stuff back in this car first before I start taking that apart because I don't want to have parts and parts and parts everywhere. It's already bad as is. So it's my first time doing a motor swap in this garage. I've always had this garage as a clean garage because I also have a single car garage on the other side. That's where I do my mess. But that garage is no longer a car garage. It's more like a storage unit now. So it did clean up this garage a lot because I put a bunch of stuff over there that shouldn't have been here. So that's basically how I scratched this door because I didn't have enough room to walk around with an engine hoist, and it happened. So it is what it is. But anyways, guys, so yeah, I mean, I really don't have much else to tell you. The car's basically done. It should be running, like I said, hopefully by the weekend maybe. If I can get my hands on an oil cooler, I'll be running by the weekend. And yeah, we're just taking it easy right now. Yesterday was 117 degrees here in Arizona, and it's not a pleasant feel to be driving out here with this thing in this type of weather. It sucks. They're slow, they're sluggish, and maybe that's why that thing blew up. It got too hot. It was around 10 a.m. when I was out there driving it, doing like 2, 3 pulls, like 3 pulls we did. We didn't do them back to back because we drove around to make sure that the turbo sounded good because it was a fresh turbo swap. So I wanted to make sure it was good. It was spool fine. there was no tune adjustments, so we wanted to make sure it doesn't lean out and stuff like that. I looked at the AFR; it wasn't the 11s when I was doing those pulls, so it was fine. But like I said, it's probably just too hot over here in Arizona. Like I said, it was 117 degrees just yesterday, and today's one of those days again. So like I said, I want to take my time, fix these cars up 100%. So by wintertime, we have zero issues. We can take one or the other, and I have a bunch of plans with this car. I have, like I said, we have a new set of wheels for this car coming. We have a new set of wheels for that green car also, but I won't be revealing those for a while, especially on the green car, because I know nobody's gonna have them. They're gonna be one-on-one wheels. And then also, they're gonna be one-on-one wheels on this car too, actually, because I haven't seen anybody with them just yet. But this one will be revealed sooner, as this one is gonna be running sooner than this one. So, but I do plan on going out to just do photo shoots. I want to do nighttime shoots. I've always been a fan of night shoots and stuff like that, like actual film videos. Most of you that you don't know, but like when I was younger, when I was like, I think what was 11 years old. That's when I got my first camera, my actual camera. Because prior to that, we used to have like little ugly freaking 480p cameras, and me and my brother and sisters, we used to record and film all the time. We got into Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere, Sony Vegas, the old school programs back in the day too. And we used to edit like crazy. So that's one thing about me. I love film in general. Anything that's film related, anything that's kind of professional and stuff like that. I love it. I used to have a bunch of equipment, but I don't anymore. But that's something that I want to get into, guys. Right now, I'm just busting ass over the summer just to get my cars ready to go. I love cars, but cars are draining. So always take your time. Take some, time off. Go out, enjoy life a little bit too. It's not always about cars, in my opinion. I absolutely love my cars. I really do. But like I said, in this heat, I'm not out there as much. I already work in the heat. I'm a painter, so I paint outside, and it's not the best feeling coming home from this heat and then trying to go back out, and yeah, it's not cool. So, but anyways, guys, yeah, I do plan on taking these out. Hopefully by winter time we're pretty active. But as far as summertime goes, we just wrench. We make these things look pretty, make them look good. Um, and yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see me do, let me know. Once I get caught up with everything that I got going on here, I like to help some people out with their cars. Suggestions. If you want suggestions how to modify this, how to do that, I'll do my best to make time and stuff like that for you guys, so I can record and maybe help some people out. So like I said, I am just a DIYer guy. I'm not professional. I'm not a shop, but I do tend to do things the right way. I do fuck up every now and then, but we can only fix what we fuck up. So, yeah, guys. But I really don't have much else to tell you. This build should be running in a few days. Like I said, we're gonna bust ass and we're gonna finish painting the rest of the panels. And today we should have this all bolted up. We're probably gonna come back and put the headlights on, and I think that's just about it, really. Other than that, we're gonna get out of here. This AC unit in here is helping me a lot because I'd be dying in here. I wouldn't be here for long if it wasn't for that. So, but yeah, guys. So, anyways, we got more stuff coming. Let me know what you want to see, and hopefully we bring this bad boy soon. Hopefully. All right, guys. See you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.